The questions I want you to consider during this section are: question number 1, can you remember a time when you were younger when you had a hard time talking about something that was hard for you? With your adult perspective, what was that experience like for you? And question number 2, do you recognize a struggle in your child to discuss the way that they feel? What does that struggle look like? And how would you like to create safety and understanding for them? Most children lack the vocabulary and emotional development that would allow them to express how they are feeling in difficult or complex circumstances. Traumatized children in particular can deeply struggle with the ability to express or give the appropriate words to the complex feelings they are having. In extreme cases, children may develop alexithymia. This is the inability to recognize or describe one's own emotions. The frustration of not being able to express or understand what they are feeling can lead to a lack of impulse control, heightened sensitivity to sensations such as sight, sound, or physical touch, and it can manifest in violent or disruptive outbursts or a seeming indifference toward other people. If you are recognizing these patterns of behavior in your child, seeking professional help from a trauma-trained child therapist is essential. Dr. Bessel van der Kolk, author of The Body Keeps the Score, which is a book I highly recommend, teaches that when children learn to talk about their trauma, to put into words what they are feeling, and they feel safe doing so, it lights up part of their brains in a way that creates healing. So how do we get them to talk about it safely? Dr. Perry, in What Happened to You, does such a good job of addressing this. He tells a story of a father who called him for help with his 6-year-old son because he had attempted suicide following his mother's death. When Dr. Perry pressed for more information about the attempt, he learned that the dad was concerned that the boy never wanted to talk about his mother's death. However, one day while checking out in a grocery store, the young boy suddenly blurted out to a female cashier that his mom had died. The cashier responded by telling him that she was so sorry. The boy moved on, seemingly content with the interaction. The father, well-intentioned, assumed that the boy was finally ready to talk and pressed the boy to talk more about his mom dying while they were on their way out to the car. The father told him it was good for him to talk about his feelings. The boy was trying to pull away and did not want to have this conversation. In frustration, he broke free from his dad and ran into the parking lot where he easily could have been hit by a car. Dr. Perry was able to see that this was not a suicide attempt at all, but a child who was impulsively reacting to the stress of wanting to run away from the conversation to find safety from it.